All right, David Gordon Green has his fourth horror film out. I had no faith going in. I was right. But I'm going to talk about his previous horror films, and I think he is 1 for 4 so far. So Halloween 2018, I hate saying 2018. Halloween 2018 was decent. It did what it should have with Jamie Lee Curtis's character. I thought Laurie Strode was where she should have been logically. I like the whole idea that the town doesn't give a fuck about this 1970 serial killer, but she herself has every reason to, and she's out in the woods somewhere, an outcast. She's prepping for war against Michael, always waiting for him to come back. And, she's right, but everybody's like, you're crazy. Get over it. I love her character in the movie. Just wise way to go about it. I thought it was shot very nice. I thought it had some good editing. I thought it had some great score from John Carpenter, Hunt for Allison. Fantastic song. When that beat drops. Bow. Great stuff. Look at his Undertaker shirt. God damn it. Yeah. I didn't like the granddaughter. She was a useless, boring-ass character. I hated a drama with her boyfriend. Like, this is just to fill up time. The jokes are not funny at all. The cops banter. The dad's banter. Just not funny. But besides that, the rest of the movie I was in for. I didn't care for the doctor, because she literally says, you're the new Loomis. I'm like, yeah, if you're that self-aware that this guy is just a discount version of Loomis, why put him in there? But overall, I'll give that movie a B-. I enjoyed it quite a bit. I watched it recently. Not bad. And I like the reporters a lot. I thought the reporters were a good angle. Like, I liked this starting out with them introducing the mask. Good stuff. So, in the very great beginning. And I love that the intro credits were rebuilding the pumpkin. Reinflating it. Halloween Kills. One of the worst movies I've ever seen. Like, I watched this in theaters and I was like, one, it entirely contradicts what I liked about the first one when it was them not caring about this. Because the kid, the first was like, serial killer 70s, by today's standards, not that crazy. In this movie, they're all obsessed with Michael Myers. I know he went on a killing spree in the last one, but I'm just like, when the way it starts, and then when it leads to them being an angry mob saying, evil dies tonight, like it's written by a fucking 10-year-old with a big crayon. When they're in the hospital, and they're chasing this guy, this little Danny DeVito looking guy, running around, I'm like, you'd think people who are so obsessed with Michael, at the bare minimum, would know what he looks like. They should know what Michael Myers looks like. He's like 6'5", he's tall, scary, stands up very straight. I mean, his mugshot has to have been placed up somewhere at some point for you people to be so obsessed with him. And you're looking at this guy, I'm like, this guy's nothing like Michael Myers. How do you not know? Not one person say, hey, I don't think this is him. Not one person thought that. I was like, what the hell is wrong with you? Laurie Strode is just resigned to a fucking hospital bed the whole movie. And it was just brutal kills for the sake of brutal kills. They were ridiculous. And Michael Myers is immortal at the end of it. I'm just like, I don't like that. I don't like that people just don't shoot him in the head too. I'm like, if you're going to have this thing where the mob's just stabbing him to death and beating him to death, I'm just like, shoot him in the head. Dumbasses. So, yeah, that one gets F. The movie sucked. It was fucking stupid. I like the title, though. A lot of people didn't like the title. I like the title. Halloween, what was it called? Ends? Movie had a good idea. I like the idea of, what was his name? Corey Cunningham? Double entendre. I like the idea of Michael getting replaced by someone else. I don't like that it's by a kid who's getting bullied by band geeks. Like, please. Bitch, please. The introduction is hysterical. I'm like, this kid's too much of a pussy. He's too much of a bitch to be the next Michael Myers. Like, he can't be. I didn't believe it. But I like the idea of someone younger taking his spot. Because Michael Myers is that whole ass suit. Like, it doesn't matter if the guy's name is Michael Myers. Like, you can replace with a different name. He's not an in-depth character. He's the shape. So, I would have went about it a different way. I would have went about it as a, like, horror fanatic. Some YouTuber who's obsessed with murder. He's like a psychopath. And he's obsessed with Michael Myers because he lives in the town. And he's always looking for Michael. And where did Michael go? Because these things just happen. And he finds Michael. And he kills Michael because he wants the story, the legend of Michael Myers to continue. And he realizes Michael is old and beaten up. And he can't continue it. So he just takes his spot. He takes his shit from him. And he becomes a new Michael Myers. That's the better way to go about it. Not, bully adult by fucking teenage band geeks. Like, get the fuck out. And again, Laurie Strode's granddaughter is lame. I like that with her character. Laurie Strode, the character herself, they've always done good stuff. Like, her trying to get over and trying to move on was good. I don't give a fuck about her daughter. Judy Greer. I like Judy Greer, but yeah. This movie had a good idea. It gave me a lot of hope. I love the Michael Myers and his wannabe kill at the house, the rich guy's house. I thought that was a good kill. And then they undid that great idea they had by killing Cunningham. And I was like, boo. And then the ending finale was just a fight that made no sense. I mean, I guess they had to have a fight, but it's like you had a much better fight, a much horror film fight in 2018. That inside the house fight, that should have been the last interaction. That was a great fight. Were you two hunting each other in the house? You're ripping off his fingers. Not that I really like that, but still a great shot of Michael's silhouette. He goes up pants after he's 2 fingers down. I mean, you guys had that fight. Laurie Strode disappearing on him when he looks out the window. You guys had that epic fight. This fight in the kitchen is nothing like that. It just doesn't have the weight to it. So, yeah, this is round 2. I'm like, eh. And then it ends with everybody just carrying his body and they put it in a trash compactor, which is just funny. Like, that's funny. I know they tried to make it impactful. I'm like, that was funny to watch. I didn't think I was as dramatically in-depth as they thought it was going to be. So, yeah. D. You know, I had a good idea, but I didn't go through with it. But all these movies gave me no faith in Exorcist Believer. And then I watched it, and I was rewarded in being right. And I was not rewarded in hopefully being wrong and having a good movie. But I just did not like it. So, those are my thoughts on the Halloween trilogy by David Gordon Green. That guy is not a good horror director.